Hello everyone, Semi-Retired Bob here. I talk about the carnivore diet, all things related to the carnivore diet, and miscellaneous odds and ends. Today, we're going to talk about making a difference. But first, let me say welcome to all the new people. I'm glad you're here. Thanks for stopping by. You may be asking yourself, Bob, what in the world's going on here? What are we watching? Well, basically, you're watching me walk. That doesn't seem super exciting until you realize that a little over 14 months ago, I couldn't do this. I could barely stand for 2 to 2.5 minutes without extreme pain. And now, I'm out here walking every day. In July, for the July Walking Challenge, I used to walk every day. But since I got home, I've been doing my own yard work, going to the gym and working out in the swimming pool twice a week, working out on the cable machine twice a week, doing push-ups and wall pull-ups and squats and all the stuff around the house. I've been doing a lot of things, so I don't always get out and walk every day. I was reminded by a commenter that not everybody has seen all of my videos, and there's like 350 videos on my channel. So a brief rundown over the last 14 months. I've gotten rid of fatty liver disease, gotten rid of chronic kidney disease. I have not had a single gout attack. My blood pressure, which I used to take 3 medicines for, was still 140, 150 over 90 to 98 or so. It was still really high on 3 blood pressure meds. This morning when I took it, it was 116 over 68. I'm on no medicines. And that includes all of my meds are gone. I was taking 13 pills in the morning, 9 at night, plus pain pills. Those are all gone. My arthritis pain is 99% better. I still have a little twinge here and there, like today. My left knee is bothering me just a little bit, and I'll get into why I think that is here in just a moment. My spinal stenosis pain is 96 to 97% better. I still get the occasional twinge in my back. If I had ended up on the ground prior to this, it would have taken a 911 call to get me back up off the ground. Back in January, I fell on trail, got myself back up with my hiking poles. Just recently put the legs down on my trailer, got up and down off the concrete driveway with no help at all. So my mobility is definitely getting better. Oh, and my type 2 diabetes is gone as well. I don't take any meds for that. At recent check, which was just a couple of weeks ago, my A1C was holding steady at 4.8. And as a side effect, I've lost about 154 pounds. So that is the total story of Bob. So if you're new to the channel, that's who I am, that's what you're watching. For those of you returning to the channel, welcome back. I'm glad you're here. It means an awful lot to me that you take a few moments of your day and spend them with me. I'm not walking a super far distance today, but I do want to do my part to add some steps into the July challenge every day. You guys are going to be seeing this on, I think it's Tuesday. I'll have to look at my schedule when I get back. This is either Tuesday or Wednesday's video, but it's actually Sunday. And while I shouldn't actually say how busy it was last night, you can imagine for yourself. Normally, because I go to work at the miniature golf course on Friday and Saturday nights. Normally, on July the 8th, the low temperature for the day happens in the middle of the night, and maybe it gets down to 74 or 75 degrees. The high temperature yesterday was 74 degrees with almost no humidity to speak of. So it was a perfect day. It was a Chamber of Commerce weather kind of day. There's some people talking here, so I'm going to go on back the other way now instead of going all the way to the top of this little hill. That'll only cut 100 steps off. But what was I saying? Yeah, it was a Chamber of Commerce weather kind of day. So it was, let's just say I was basically standing the entire 6.5, 7 hours I was at work. It was nuts. Because what do you know? If the weather's perfect, people do still like to get outside and do stuff. So I was, needless to say, extremely sore this morning from standing all that time and doing all of the things that I do at work. But normally if I had a day like that over the last few years when I was working for him, I'd be laid up in bed for 3 or 4 days trying to recover. And that happened a lot. Even last year, I would work for a good chunk of the day and then spend 2 or 3 days recovering just in time to go back to work again. Now I'm out here walking. But let's jump on into this thing since I'm on my way back to the house already and I haven't talked about making a difference. I see a lot of people talking about, well, yeah, I've got a story, you know, I've done this on carnivore, I've done that on carnivore, keto's helped me do this, and everybody has a little story to tell. But so many people are saying, oh, I could never tell my story, you know, online. I could never start my own YouTube channel, or I could never even come on somebody else's YouTube channel and tell my story on camera. Well, I'd like you to try and get over that mindset, and those of you that have a little story to tell that aren't really thinking of starting your own YouTube channel, go ahead and send me an email at SemiRetiredBob@yahoo.com. I'd love to have you on for a quick little interview, even if it's only a 10 to 15 minute talk. Because every person is different. I know I've said that a lot, but in this case, who reaches somebody, you're never going to tell. I tend to reach a lot of people in my age bracket and older. I tend to reach a lot of ex-service members because I'm a vet also. But there's a whole bunch of people out there that have never heard about the carnivore diet or the lion diet or the ketogenic diet or even the low carb diet. And everything they have heard about it is wrong. A very good friend of mine who is a moderator in my Facebook group, and this is what made me think about this. I've never even, I talk to her husband via Facebook occasionally. I'll leave a comment on one of his posts, he'll leave a comment on one of mine, but I did not know he was looking over her shoulder into the Facebook group and watching stuff. And I don't remember what I posted, but he left me a comment that said, Bob, I just wanted to let you know, even though I don't comment here, you don't know who you're going to reach. Because I've lost, I don't even remember what he said, but he's lost a ton of weight. His type 2 diabetes is coming back under control. He's making a lot of great progress. And I didn't even know he was watching. So we never know whose lives we're going to make a difference in. We need to tell our stories. All of you out there that are saying, oh, gosh, I could never tell my story. You need to get beyond that. Because every person is going to connect with somebody else. Your story may reach somebody that doesn't give two licks about what Semi-Retired Bob says. Your story might reach somebody that Dave over at No Carb Life can't reach. Your story might even reach somebody that Dr. Barry, Dr. Chafee, and Professor K can't reach. Because of who you are, they might listen to you. And that's what this is all about. This channel, Dave's channel, all the carnivores that I know personally, they are about trying to make a difference in other people's lives. You know, I don't push the Cerule products. I remind you about them. I tell you about the things that they've done for me, and that's all. I invite you to click the link down in the description and look at the science that's on the page there that tells you that the Cerule products do exactly what they say they're going to do. And that's as hard a sell as you're going to get from me. But everybody I know in this space, myself included, we're primarily doing this because we suffered for so long. We hopefully can get to somebody and convince them that this is the right thing for them to at least try. You know, what have you got to lose? Try it for 30, 60, 90 days. You've been getting sicker and sicker for years, and in my case for decades. Why not give it a try for a little while, see what happens? What's the worst that can happen? You don't get better? That's probably the worst that can happen. It's not like eating the foods that our species have eaten since time began is going to cause you any extra problems. So just give it a try. But tell your story. Make a difference. You don't have to come on my channel. If you want to, send me an email. We'll work out a time. Send Dave an email. I know a lot of different people are doing interviews in this space. Let's get those stories out there, because everybody has a story to tell, and you never know who is going to listen to that next person telling their story. That's what I've got for you today, folks. I hope you enjoyed this short little video. Don't forget, get out there, be 1% better. Today, tomorrow, every day. Have a great day, folks. I'll see you in the next one.